guys, and welcome back to my channel, Kharata's Life. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, hi, my name is Kharata. I'm a medical student in China, and if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. Before we go anywhere guys, please remember to give this video a big thumbs up right now if you will, and subscribe to my channel right here down below if you haven't already. So yeah, let me just jump straight into the video. So as you guys have seen by the title, today I'll be sharing with you guys about 6 points that I wish I knew before I started medical school. I'm currently in my 5th year. If you don't already know, I'm attending medical school in China, and the duration of medical school in China is 6 years. So this is essentially my last in-class year. Next semester is when we will probably start internship. So yeah, I'm almost at the finish line, so I feel like I kind of can make this video right now, even though I'm still very much in the process and I'm still learning as I go. Today I just wanted to share with you guys what I wish I knew before I went into med school, because maybe it could have made my decision a little bit easier. Maybe I wouldn't have overthought things as much as I did. But yeah, so maybe if you're someone who's considering going to medical school, or even a medical student, or just anybody, this video could still be interesting for you. So keep on watching and let's get right into the first point. So the first thing that I wish I knew is that medical school is really not as hard as you think. I say that in the most, I'll say, humble way possible, because it is quite a difficult subject. It is quite a difficult course, but I think difficult in the sense that there's a lot of volume of work. So in terms of that, it's definitely hard to like stay on top of things in terms of being caught up, because there is so much content that we're being taught every day. There's always something to catch up on, really, even if it means catching up on things from like 2nd year, even when you're still in 5th year, because everything builds up, and whatever you didn't understand probably in 2nd year, you'll always need it literally for the rest of your life. So yeah, it's only hard in the sense that there's a lot of things to be taught, but in terms of grasping concepts and understanding how things work and how the body works, all that, I think it's relatively easy to understand if you're willing to put in the work. I just want to backtrack and say something being easy and something being hard is very subjective. What's easy for someone else may not be easy for the next person. What's hard for someone may not be hard for the next person. So I'll say for things like physics, I wasn't terrible at physics, but I really didn't like physics, and that made it hard for me essentially. But I know there are people who love physics and find it very easy, so that's what I'm saying. It is a relatively subjective thing. But I think just in general, medical school is really not hard if you don't mind reading bulk information. That's what would make it easy. But yeah, the second thing that I wish I knew before starting medical school is to go into medical school kind of ready to focus on the clinical aspect of it. I know this sounds very speedy and very like you're skipping important steps-ish, but in as much as the basic sciences that we're taught early on are important, which they are. Basic sciences, I'm talking things like your anatomy, your immunology, your biochemistry, your pathology. Pathology is very important. I would say it's the most important. But all those kinds of basic sciences, they are important. But again, if you're studying them, it's important to focus more on how they would apply in a clinical setting than on like grasping the little tiny details. I'll say, for example, in biochemistry, really in the long run, there are very few things that you would need to carry with you. Only probably like the general concept of what that particular topic is teaching you is what you would need. I was saying, like, for example, in biochemistry, if you look at things like the chromatin structure, nucleotides, what combines with this to form this, I'm yet to see where I need to apply all those concepts that I learned in biochem. But if you consider still in biochem, maybe collagen and how it would relate to, let's say, osteogenesis imperfecta, to Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, that's what I wish I could have focused on more, instead of like those other tiny bits that I just talked about. Not to say they're not important, because they are, but it would have taken the pressure off of saying, if I forget about it, even like post exam, like if I forget about it and then having to, you know, try to think and remember, even go back to study something that I'll probably never really need clinically. You know, I don't know how best to say it without making it sound like it's not important, because everything that you're taught essentially is important. But I would say early on, try to focus on clinical cases, because essentially that's what you're going to need for the rest of your life, compared to knowing how nucleoside is formed by having a base and a sugar, and nucleotide is formed by having base, phosphate, and a sugar. All that stuff honestly is not, I don't know. Personally, I'm yet to see why I needed to know all that. The next point that I wish I knew is that time flies by very fast. When I was still thinking about what course to do, I always say I've always known that I've wanted to do medicine. I've always known that I wanted to be a doctor. But just after Form 5, I got really confused as to what exactly I wanted to study. I don't know why. I think it was most probably just the anxiety of knowing that it's going to be 6 years in medical school, and that's not even where it stops, because really when you graduate after 6 years, you're literally at the bottom of the food chain, and then you have to work your way up after already spending 6 whole years in medical school. So to me that sounded very, like, I don't know, it was a lot, especially considering that the people I was leaving high school with were going into 3-year courses, 4-year courses. So it's like, oh my gosh, I am gonna be a granny still in school. But now that all this time has passed, I feel like it actually passed by so quick that I didn't even realize how fast it was moving. I'm already in my 5th year. It really doesn't even feel like it's been 5 years. And I think had I not gone in with that mentality that it's going to take me 6 years and XX extra years to do ABC, it would have really taken the anxiety off. So I just wanna, if there's anyone considering going into med school, just know that the time flies by really quickly. And not only that, try to think of it as that it's not just you. Obviously you're going into med school with your batch, so there's gonna be all whatever number, whatever how many you guys are, to start and complete the journey together. So if you start thinking about it as, I'm gonna be in school for 6 years, and realize that it's not just you, you're gonna have your classmates, there are people who came before you, there are people who are gonna come after you, who are essentially going through what you're going through. So I think just thinking of it in that kind of community sense, I think thinking of it in like a community sense is what would make it not so scary to think about. Not that it was scary, but it was something that was at the back of my mind, that I'm gonna be in school for a long time. And the fact is, it's still a long time, so you do have to decide if you're willing to spend that much time in school. But for me personally, I've seen that I really don't mind it at all. At the point that I am right now, I really don't mind continuing my schooling, even like immediately after graduating. And just, if when you love what you're doing, like, that's the most important thing. Just the fact that I love medicine, and I really don't mind that I have to wait 6 years until I get to call myself a doctor. For me, it's worth it. So yeah. The next point, which kind of correlates to my previous point, is that it's really about the process of being in medical school and not much about the product. And I say this to mean that you know, you go in thinking, I'm gonna be a doctor, I want to be a doctor, blah blah blah, but it's not something that will happen the minute you graduate. You know, it's a process that from your 1st to your 6th year of medical school, or from your 1st to your 4th year of medical school, depending on whatever medical school you're in and however long you need to be in medical school. But from point A to point done, it's a process of you learning how to be a doctor. So it's important for you to just wanna enjoy the process and enjoy the learning process, and know that it's really more about that than it is the product, because you have to make small changes over time as the years go that will eventually lead to this big thing of you being at the finish line and having all that knowledge. Because it's not something that you're gonna get at the very last minute. It's not something that you become after graduating. It's something that you become in the sense that you build it with time until one day you're just gonna be it. So it's important to really just take a break, relax, enjoy the process, and not think too much about the finished result, because what you're doing now pretty much is going to be in the finished result. So you're already there, you're just here right now. you know. Another important tip which I really wish I had paid a bit more attention to is to stay healthy. I say this in the sense of exercising, eating well, sleeping well. I wasn't much of a good sleeper in, I'd say, first, second year. Not that I wasn't much of a good sleeper, I just didn't prioritize my sleep. I could survive on 3 hours of sleep, and not even because I was doing anything important the previous night. I just had literally, I had no self-constraint. I could watch random stuff until like 3 a.m. and had to be up at 7, and I'll be so tired the next day. I'll just, oh my gosh, it wasn't even embarrassing for me to just be sleeping or taking a nap whenever I feel like I need to take a nap in class, which is really bad, but I don't think back then I really realized how important sleep is, or how I was damaging my mentality in doing that, because I just didn't value sleep that much. But I feel like that's also because I just generally wasn't valuing my health that much. I never used to exercise, I never really cared what I eat. I'm generally not a very bad food person, because I just generally don't like snack a lot. I'm not a fan of sugary foods and stuff like that. I eat them every once in a while, but I'm really not a fan. I don't stockpile snacks or anything like that. I prefer actual food, but I still wasn't just paying any attention to what I eat, basically. Because I'm saying this compared to right now, where I'm more health conscious, I'm more deliberate, or more, what's the word, I'm more intentional about exercising. I'm more intentional about eating right. I'm more intentional about prioritizing my sleep, and I've seen that it really has changed the quality of my day and just the quality of my life in general, because it does stack up. So I'm gonna say the last point that I wish I knew before starting medical school is to start doing questions early. I think this kind of correlates to the point of going in focusing on the clinical aspect of medicine, but not really, because the questions still could have been in my basic sciences that I was doing. I was mostly like a study person, and I never really used to do questions a lot, but questions really do help in retaining information, and they help you to recall what you've learned, essentially. So had I known that it was less beneficial to just study all day and more beneficial to be studying and testing if I can recall what I just studied by doing questions, then I would have done that early on. There's really no way to gauge whether you've understood something or not until you test yourself and, you know, try to actively recall what you learned. So yeah, I probably could have skipped the kind of like the fast pace and wanting to get things done phase, and focused more on like the slow, making sure that I understand something fully before moving on to the next thing, because I would just pretty much need to just shallowly understand something, which did help my studying become faster, but doing that also meant I'd forget things more easier with time than if I had done questions. Because if you honestly see something in a question, especially if you get it wrong, it's actually, I find that it's more beneficial for me to get things wrong. So especially if you get it wrong, you're very less likely to get it wrong again in future, because for most of our medical books or questions that books that you'd find medical questions in, there'd be the question, answer, and the explanation as to why A is the answer and why B, C, D are the wrong answers. So that really does help with retaining information. So had I known all that, I could have started doing questions early on in medical school. So yeah guys, that's just about it on my video. I really hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, please remember to give my video a big thumbs up. Please click that subscribe button over there. I've forgotten again if it's, I'm pretty sure it's here though. If it's not, I'm sure it's here. Just click that subscribe button over there, and thank you so much guys for watching, and I'll see y'all in my next video. Bye.